Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Olivia Hottower, and it is my pleasure to have you hear my thoughts on the issues of cultural relevance purgatory, inspired by Mateo's love book, Punish with Dream. And so I will begin by telling my story. Growing up, I went to predominantly black institutions. And in many of the elementary schools I attended, there was not much discipline. You got in trouble, went to the principal's office, and got a snack. At least for me, because I was considered a bad child who was smart. But I don't remember much of elementary school. The most important thing I remember is a teacher who said to me, "Do not bring one attitude or problem to another class or place." I took it to heart. In middle school, I learned what ISS was and that you can get kicked out of it and get OSS. But high school for me was all about my grades. Building on my experience as a student, I believe teachers serve as guides and models for the future. Education, when approached thoughtfully, can bring enlightenment to the world and help communities unite, ensuring that the mistakes of the past are not repeated. My goal is to teach using methods that promote engagement in the classroom, such as educational music and the use of cultural backgrounds of black and brown students as assessments and learning. Only a fool will let his enemy teach his students. Are the words that Malcolm X said around the 1960s. His words spoke of the danger of allowing oppressors and people who discriminate against black children to educate black children. But currently, black teachers make up approximately 6 to 7% in the U.S. school workplace, which goes to the topic of my proposal. For every percent of black students in school, there should be at least that percentage of black educators to teach them. Many issues in today's educational system For example, it ended segregation in schools, but it also caused public schools to shut down for 3 years because of white people's resistance to desegregation. It caused all you needed was a college degree, a deep-seated belief that public education was a failure, and that perhaps you can fix black education with no experience. I wish for some teachers who come to low-income schools just because it's a low-income school wouldn't make assumptions about the students there and come in with a savior complex for them to be educators, because the saying "education is liberation" only works if the educators are educating. My connection to the topic of cultural relevance purgatory that I chose was because of my friends that I met in high school who went to PWIs. From them, I learned that instead of teachers who help you understand yourself and lift you up, there are some who punish you because of your race and also undermine you because of your race. There are some who make assumptions based on you because of your race, because of what you wear, because of how your hair looks, and just that. And thank you for listening to my podcast, What Has Changed in Education. I will include my references that was used in this podcast at the very end of the video.